Chapter 1: Why Inflammation Matters More After 50. When most people hear the word inflammation, they usually think of something bad. But inflammation itself isn't the enemy, it's actually one of the most important biological processes keeping you alive. Imagine this: you accidentally scrape your knee. Within minutes, your body activates its natural alarm system. Blood vessels widen to allow more immune cells to rush to the area, swelling occurs to protect the wound, and white blood cells immediately get to work clearing out harmful bacteria and repairing damaged tissue. That redness, swelling, and warmth. That's acute inflammation, and it's absolutely essential for survival. Without it, even small injuries or infections could become deadly. But here's the problem: not all inflammation is created equal. As we age, something begins to change inside the body. Instead of short, helpful bursts of acute inflammation, we start to experience chronic, low-grade inflammation, the type that lingers beneath the surface for years, quietly wearing down tissues and organs without obvious signs until it manifests as disease. Doctors and scientists now use a term for this phenomenon: inflammaging. This refers to the way persistent inflammation accelerates biological aging, making the body more vulnerable to age-related illnesses. Inflammaging doesn't cause wrinkles or gray hair directly, but it does something far worse: it damages the inner workings of your cells, your blood vessels, and even your DNA repair mechanisms. So why does this happen more often after 50? Immune system wear and tear. Over time, our immune system loses its sharpness. It becomes slower to respond to real threats but more likely to stay stuck in on mode, producing unnecessary inflammation even when no injury or infection is present. Cellular senescence: aging cells that no longer function properly often refuse to die off. Instead, they remain in the body, releasing inflammatory chemicals that spread damage to nearby healthy cells. Lifestyle accumulation: years of dietary choices, stress, lack of sleep, smoking, or sedentary living gradually build up. Even if someone changes their habits later in life, the earlier wear and tear may have already set inflammation in motion. Hormonal shifts: after 50, changes in estrogen and testosterone affect not only bone density and metabolism but also the body's ability to regulate inflammation. And the consequences are far-reaching. Chronic inflammation has been strongly linked to heart disease. Inflammation damages artery walls, making plaque buildup more likely. Type 2 diabetes: inflammatory signals interfere with insulin, raising blood sugar. Arthritis: persistent joint inflammation leads to pain and stiffness. Alzheimer's disease: brain inflammation accelerates memory loss and cognitive decline. Osteoporosis: inflammatory molecules speed up bone breakdown. Certain cancers: long-term inflammation damages DNA and increases mutation risk. The scary part? Many people live with low-grade inflammation for decades without knowing it, because it doesn't always cause obvious symptoms. But here's the hopeful part: what you eat every single day can either fan the flames or put them out. Food has the power to switch off inflammatory pathways at the cellular level. And one of the simplest, most delicious ways to give your body an anti-inflammatory boost daily is through a carefully designed smoothie. That's what this video is about: how just one nutrient-packed drink can support your brain, heart, and immune system, especially after 50. Chapter 2: The Science of an Anti-Inflammatory Smoothie. You might be wondering, why a smoothie? Why not just eat anti-inflammatory foods throughout the day? The truth is, smoothies offer unique advantages that make them particularly powerful for reducing inflammation, especially for people over 50. Let's break it down. 1. Enhance nutrient absorption. When you blend foods, you mechanically break down the tough cell walls of fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. This means that nutrients, like antioxidants, omega-3 fatty acids, and vitamins, are more easily released and absorbed by your digestive system. For older adults, whose digestion and nutrient absorption often slow down, this makes a huge difference. 2. Synergy of ingredients. On their own, blueberries, turmeric, or spinach are powerful. But when combined in a smoothie, their nutrients interact in ways that amplify each other's benefits. For example, adding black pepper to turmeric dramatically increases its bioavailability. Pairing vitamin C-rich fruits with leafy greens boosts iron absorption. This synergistic effect is far stronger than eating these foods in isolation. 3. Consistency and habit formation. Chronic inflammation requires long-term solutions. It's not about doing something once, it's about doing it daily. Smoothies are convenient and easy to prepare, making it far more likely that someone will actually stick to the routine. Compare that to preparing multiple separate anti-inflammatory dishes every day. That's not always realistic. 4. Hydration and fiber. Many adults over 50 unintentionally become dehydrated because the body's natural thirst signal weakens with age. Smoothies deliver both hydration and fiber in one glass. Fiber not only supports digestion but also feeds beneficial gut bacteria, which play a massive role in controlling inflammation. 5. Customizable nutrition. Smoothies can be adapted for nearly any goal: more protein for muscle health, extra greens for bone support, lower sugar for diabetes management, or thicker textures for satiety. And since they're versatile, you never get bored. You can rotate ingredients while sticking to an anti-inflammatory foundation. Think of an anti-inflammatory smoothie as medicine in a glass, but unlike most medicine, it's delicious, refreshing, and side effect free. Chapter 3, Ingredient 1, Blueberries, the brain and heart protectors. Let's start with the first star of our 7-ingredient smoothie, blueberries. These small, vibrant berries may look unassuming, but they are nutritional powerhouses, packed with compounds that help the body fight oxidative stress and inflammation. The magic lies in their anthocyanins, the pigments that give blueberries their deep blue-purple color. Anthocyanins are antioxidants, meaning they neutralize unstable molecules known as free radicals. Free radicals damage cells and accelerate aging when left unchecked. Over time, this damage contributes to chronic inflammation, especially in critical organs like the brain, heart, and joints. What science says about blueberries? Brain health studies have shown that older adults who eat blueberries regularly perform better on memory and learning tests. In fact, research from Tufts University found measurable improvements in cognitive function among seniors who consumed just a cup of blueberries daily. The antioxidants in blueberries help protect neurons from oxidative damage and may even encourage the growth of new brain cells. Heart protection: blueberries improve blood vessel elasticity, support circulation, and reduce blood pressure. By keeping arteries flexible and lowering LDL cholesterol oxidation, they help reduce the risk of heart disease, a top concern after 50. Metabolic support: blueberries are relatively low in sugar compared to many fruits, making them safe even for people watching their blood sugar. The fiber in blueberries also slows the release of glucose, preventing spikes. Joint health: their anti-inflammatory compounds may also ease symptoms of arthritis by reducing swelling and oxidative stress in joint tissues. How much do you need? Just half a cup to 1 cup per day can deliver significant benefits. The good news? Frozen blueberries are just as nutritious as fresh ones, and they're often more convenient and affordable. Pro tip: when making your smoothie, don't worry about buying exotic superfoods that cost a fortune. Blueberries are one of the most accessible, affordable, and well-researched anti-inflammatory foods available, and they taste amazing. Think of them as the foundation of your smoothie, the brain-protecting, heart-loving base ingredient that adds natural sweetness, vibrant color, and disease-fighting power to every sip. Chapter 4, Ingredient 2, Spinach, the silent inflammation fighter. When we think of superfoods, we often imagine exotic powders, berries shipped from faraway countries, or expensive supplements. But sometimes the most powerful foods for fighting inflammation are the humble greens we've had access to all along. One of the best examples? Spinach. Spinach doesn't always get the same spotlight as kale or trendy greens like moringa, but make no mistake, spinach is a nutritional powerhouse, especially for people over 50. It's inexpensive, versatile, and easy to blend into a smoothie without overpowering other flavors. Most importantly, it contains an impressive mix of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that directly target inflammation, protect the brain, and strengthen the bones. Why spinach matters more after 50. As we age, nutrient absorption becomes less efficient. This means our bodies need even more high-density nutrition in smaller, easy-to-digest forms. Spinach is packed with exactly the kinds of nutrients the aging body craves. Vitamin K. This vitamin isn't just about blood clotting, it's a major regulator of inflammation. Vitamin K helps switch off inflammatory genes in the body. It's also critical for bone health because it activates proteins that help bind calcium into bones, reducing the risk of osteoporosis and fractures, a growing concern after age 50. Magnesium, often called the relaxation mineral, magnesium helps regulate hundreds of biochemical reactions in the body. It relaxes blood vessels, lowering blood pressure, and helps calm the nervous system. Low magnesium has been linked to higher rates of inflammation, depression, and heart disease. Spinach is one of the best natural sources. Folate, vitamin B9. Folate helps reduce homocysteine, an amino acid that, in high amounts, contributes to inflammation and arterial damage. Elevated homocysteine is a known risk factor for both heart disease and cognitive decline, two of the biggest health concerns after 50. Lutein and zeaxanthin. These carotenoids concentrate in the retina of the eye, protecting against oxidative damage. Over time, this helps prevent age-related macular degeneration, AMD, one of the leading causes of vision loss in older adults. But lutein isn't just for the eyes, it also has anti-inflammatory effects in the brain. Flavonoids. Spinach contains unique flavonoids that protect blood vessels from damage, reduce inflammation in joints, and may even help suppress certain types of cancer growth. Spinach and inflammation. Researchers have found that diets rich in leafy greens are consistently associated with lower levels of C-reactive protein, CRP, a key blood marker of inflammation. Spinach, in particular, is a top contributor to this protective effect. For older adults, this is especially valuable. By simply adding 1 cup of raw spinach to a smoothie, you're giving your body a daily dose of plant compounds that help calm chronic inflammation. The taste factor. One of the best things about spinach is that it's nearly flavorless in smoothies. Unlike some bitter greens, spinach blends seamlessly with fruits like blueberries or bananas, so you won't even notice it's there. This makes it one of the easiest ways to sneak more greens into your diet every day without effort. Pro tip: if you struggle with fresh spinach spoiling too quickly, buy pre-washed spinach or even frozen spinach cubes. Frozen spinach retains almost all of its nutrients and blends beautifully into smoothies. In short, spinach is the silent inflammation fighter, quiet, humble, but incredibly powerful. Chapter 5, Ingredient 3, Turmeric, nature's golden anti-inflammatory. If spinach is the quiet warrior, turmeric is the bold golden knight in our smoothie. Known as the golden spice of India, turmeric has been used for over 4,000 years in Ayurvedic and traditional Chinese medicine to treat inflammation, arthritis, digestive issues, and even wounds. Today, modern science has caught up, and turmeric's reputation is stronger than ever. The secret lies in its active compound, curcumin. What makes curcumin so powerful? Curcumin works at the molecular level to block inflammation. Specifically, it inhibits NF-κB, a molecule that turns on genes related to inflammation. When NF-κB is active, your body produces inflammatory proteins that drive chronic conditions like arthritis, heart disease, and Alzheimer's. By blocking this pathway, curcumin essentially puts out the inflammatory's fire at its source. Proven benefits of turmeric and curcumin. Joint health. Multiple studies show that curcumin can reduce pain and stiffness in people with arthritis, sometimes as effectively as anti-inflammatory drugs, but without the harsh side effects. Brain health. Curcumin crosses the blood-brain barrier and may help prevent or slow neurodegenerative diseases by reducing inflammation and oxidative stress in brain cells. Heart health. Curcumin improves endothelial function, which is the ability of blood vessels to expand and contract. Poor endothelial function is a major risk factor for heart disease. Lower inflammatory markers. Regular turmeric intake lowers levels of CRP and Illinois-6, two major inflammatory markers in the blood. The absorption problem and the solution. Curcumin, by itself, has poor bioavailability. This means the body struggles to absorb it. But here's the trick: when combined with piperine, a compound found in black pepper, curcumin absorption skyrockets by up to 2,000%. That's why every anti-inflammatory expert recommends adding just a pinch of black pepper whenever you consume turmeric. How to use turmeric in a smoothie. Add 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric powder to your smoothie. Always include a tiny pinch of black pepper to enhance absorption. For even better results, pair turmeric with a healthy fat, like almond butter or flax seeds in your smoothie, since curcumin is fat-soluble. A golden ritual. By making turmeric part of your daily routine, you're giving your body one of the most researched, effective, and natural anti-inflammatory compounds available. It's not just a spice, it's a medicine chest in powdered form. Chapter 6, Ingredient for the ginger, the digestive and joint ally. If turmeric is the golden spice, then ginger is its fiery cousin, warming, invigorating, and equally powerful. Ginger has been used for centuries in cultures around the world, not just as a culinary ingredient but as a healing remedy for digestion, circulation, and inflammation. The magic of ginger comes from its gingerols, bioactive compounds with potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. Why ginger is especially valuable after 50. Joint relief. For those struggling with arthritis or general stiffness, ginger can be a game changer. Studies show that ginger reduces joint pain and improves mobility, particularly in people with osteoarthritis. Digestive support. Digestion often slows down with age, leading to bloating, gas, or discomfort. Ginger speeds up stomach emptying and stimulates digestive enzymes, making meals easier to process. Circulation and heart health. Ginger improves blood flow, which helps lower blood pressure and reduce clot formation. Good circulation is essential for preventing cardiovascular events later in life. Blood sugar regulation. Ginger has been found to improve insulin sensitivity and lower fasting blood sugar levels, making it a valuable ally for people managing type 2 diabetes or metabolic syndrome. Inflammation marker reduction. Like turmeric, ginger lowers CRP and other inflammatory markers in the body, providing broad protection against chronic disease. The zing that heals. Adding ginger to a smoothie does more than just protect your health, it adds a refreshing, spicy zing that balances out the sweetness of fruits. Even a small piece of fresh ginger root, about 1 inch, can transform both the flavor and the health benefits of your smoothie. Pro tip. Peel fresh ginger root and keep it in the freezer. It grates and blends easily while staying fresh for months. If fresh ginger isn't available, 1/2 teaspoon of dried ginger powder works too, though fresh root has stronger active compounds. The ginger-turmeric duo. When combined with turmeric, ginger creates a synergistic effect, amplifying anti-inflammatory benefits. This dynamic duo has been studied for its role in reducing arthritis pain, protecting the heart, and calming digestion, all issues that become more common after 50. Chapter 7, Ingredient 5, Flaxseeds, Omega-3s for the aging brain. Healthy fats are not just a dietary preference, they are a necessity for vibrant aging. While many people immediately think of fish when they hear omega-3 fatty acids, plant-based sources are equally important, especially for those who follow vegetarian or mostly plant-based diets. One of the richest plant-based sources is the humble flaxseed. Tiny, nutty, and often overlooked, flaxseeds are nutritional powerhouses that pack far more than meets the eye. When it comes to reducing inflammation and supporting brain and heart health after 50, flaxseeds deserve a permanent spot in your kitchen. Why omega-3s matter so much after 50? As the body ages, its natural balance of fatty acids can shift. A typical modern diet is often overloaded with omega-6 fatty acids from processed oils and packaged foods. While omega-6 aren't inherently bad, an imbalance between omega-6 and omega-3 leads to higher levels of inflammation. The body becomes primed for chronic disease. This is where flaxseeds shine. They are one of the best plant-based sources of ALA, alpha-linolenic acid, a type of omega-3 fatty acid that the body can partially convert into EPA and DHA, the same anti-inflammatory compounds found in fatty fish. While conversion isn't 100% efficient, regular intake of ALA still provides measurable anti-inflammatory benefits. Proven benefits of flax seeds. Cholesterol balance. Multiple studies show that flax seeds lower LDL, bad cholesterol, while raising HDL, good cholesterol. This is critical for preventing plaque buildup in arteries. Arthritis support. People with rheumatoid arthritis often experience reduced stiffness and joint pain when adding flax seeds to their diet, thanks to their anti-inflammatory fats. Brain and memory protection. Omega-3 support brain cell membranes, enhance communication between neurons, and may help preserve memory and cognitive sharpness well into older age. Gut health. Flax seeds are packed with soluble and insoluble fiber, which nourish beneficial gut bacteria. A healthy gut microbiome plays a central role in lowering systemic inflammation. Hormone balance. Flax seeds are one of the richest sources of lignans, plant compounds with mild estrogen-like effects. These can help balance hormones naturally, particularly in postmenopausal women, easing symptoms like hot flashes while also offering protection for bone and heart health. Why ground flax seeds are best? Here's a crucial detail: whole flax seeds often pass through the digestive system undigested. That means the nutrients are locked inside and wasted. To get the benefits, always choose ground flax seeds or grind them fresh at home in a coffee grinder. Just 1 tablespoon per smoothie is enough to deliver a powerful anti-inflammatory punch without altering the taste. For even more richness, you can go up to 2 tablespoons. A simple habit with long-term payoff. Think of flax seeds as an investment in your future self. Every spoonful helps restore fatty acid balance, feed your microbiome, and protect your brain. Over months and years, this tiny seed builds a protective shield against the inflammation that silently accelerates aging. Chapter 8, Ingredient 6, Green Tea, the Longevity Elixir. If flax seeds are the brain's quiet fuel, green tea is the longevity elixir that energizes the entire body. While many people enjoy it as a hot beverage, few realize that it can also serve as the liquid base for a smoothie, bringing along one of the most powerful antioxidants known to science, EGCG, epigallocatechin gallate. Why green tea is so unique? Unlike black tea or coffee, green tea is minimally processed. This preserves its delicate catechins, plant compounds with extraordinary anti-inflammatory and antioxidant power. Among them, EGCG stands out as the star player. EGCG is a master protector. It combats oxidative stress, lowers inflammatory markers, and even influences gene expression related to aging. The anti-inflammatory power of green tea. Heart protection. Regular green tea drinkers have lower risks of heart disease and stroke. EGCG improves cholesterol balance, reduces plaque buildup, and enhances blood vessel flexibility. Brain health. EGCG supports neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new connections. This helps slow age-related cognitive decline and may reduce the risk of Alzheimer's. Metabolic support. Green tea improves insulin sensitivity and lowers fasting blood sugar levels, making it an excellent ally for preventing or managing type 2 diabetes. Cancer protection. Laboratory studies show EGCG can inhibit tumor growth and protect DNA from damage. While not a cure, it's a promising preventive tool. How to use green tea in a smoothie. Instead of water or milk, brew a cup of green tea, let it cool, and use 1/2 to 1 cup as the smoothie base. This transforms your drink into a double-duty elixir, hydrating and anti-inflammatory. Worried about caffeine? Decaf green tea still contains most of the polyphenols, so you can enjoy the benefits without the jitters, even in the evening. A daily dose of longevity. For centuries, cultures in Japan and China have viewed green tea as more than a drink, it's a daily ritual tied to long life. By blending it into your smoothie, you're bringing ancient wisdom into modern, convenient form. Chapter 9, Ingredient 7, Greek yogurt, protein and probiotic power. To finish our smoothie, we need a base that provides creaminess, balance, and satiety. That's where Greek yogurt comes in. Far from being just a source of dairy, Greek yogurt is a triple threat: protein, calcium, and probiotics. Why protein matters after 50. Muscle loss, or sarcopenia, becomes a major concern as we age. Without enough protein, the body gradually loses lean mass, leading to weakness, slower metabolism, and higher risk of falls. Greek yogurt packs twice the protein of regular yogurt, making it one of the easiest ways to preserve muscle strength. Calcium and bone protection. After menopause, women in particular face a steep decline in bone density. Calcium-rich foods like Greek yogurt help maintain bone structure, especially when paired with vitamin K from spinach and magnesium from flaxseeds. This makes the smoothie a true bone health cocktail. Probiotics and the gut inflammation connection. The gut is now understood to be the command center of inflammation. A balanced microbiome helps regulate the immune system, while an imbalanced one fuels chronic disease. Greek yogurt contains beneficial bacteria such as lactobacillus and bifidobacterium, which strengthen the gut lining, reduce inflammatory compounds in the bloodstream, improve digestion and nutrient absorption, even influence mood and brain health through the gut-brain axis. Dairy-free alternatives. If you're lactose intolerant or avoid dairy, don't worry, unsweetened almond, coconut, or soy yogurt with added probiotics works just as well. The key is to choose unsweetened versions to avoid sugar spikes that can worsen inflammation. The creamy finisher. Greek yogurt isn't just nutrition, it's texture. It makes the smoothie creamy, satisfying, and enjoyable, helping you stick with this anti-inflammatory ritual for the long term. Chapter 10, Putting it all together, the daily ritual for inflammation-free living. Now that we've explored each ingredient, let's see the bigger picture, how all 7 work together to create not just a smoothie, but a daily ritual for resilience, longevity, and vitality. The 7-ingredient anti-inflammatory smoothie recipe. Half a cup blueberries, fresh or frozen. 1 cup spinach, fresh. 1/2 teaspoon turmeric powder plus pinch of black pepper. 1 inch fresh ginger root, peeled. 1 tablespoon ground flax seeds. 1/2 to 1 cup brewed and cooled green tea. Half a cup unsweetened Greek yogurt, or dairy-free probiotic yogurt. Blend until smooth and enjoy immediately. Why this smoothie works so powerfully? Each ingredient targets inflammation in a different way. Blueberries protect the brain and blood vessels with antioxidants. Spinach regulates inflammation, strengthens bones, and protects the eyes. Turmeric and ginger shut down inflammatory pathways at the cellular level. Flaxseeds restore fatty acid balance and feed the gut microbiome. Green tea reduces oxidative stress and supports heart and brain health. Greek yogurt fuels muscles, bones, and gut bacteria for overall resilience. Together, they form a synergistic defense system, covering everything from your joints to your brain, your heart to your gut. Long-term benefits. If you make this smoothie a habit, here's what you may notice over time. Reduced joint stiffness and less daily pain. Clearer thinking, better memory, and improved mood. Lower blood pressure and cholesterol. Easier digestion and better gut health. More energy, less fatigue, and stable blood sugar. Stronger bones and muscles to support independence as you age. The ritual that heals. The real magic is not in a single serving, but in consistency. Chronic inflammation doesn't appear overnight, and it doesn't disappear overnight either. But with 1 smoothie a day, every day, you're giving your body the tools it needs to heal, rebalance, and thrive. This isn't just about food, it's about empowerment. Every sip is a choice to protect your body, your mind, and your future. Because aging well isn't about avoiding the years, it's about making every year stronger, sharper, and more vibrant than the last.